we will see row limiting clause in Oracle. So generally to view a table, so what we used to write select star from EMP. So that means select star from table name. So if you write this query, you will be getting all records from the table. But sometimes I don't want all the records from the table. I want only few records. So earlier we used to use what? Select star from EMP row number concept. So where row num less than or equal to 5. So this is going to give you what? First 5 records from the table. Is it? But with the row num, I want to get salary in order. So for example, here by the above query, we get random data, not the not the correct sequence data. For example, I want data like this way. Select star from EMP, order by sal descending. That means the highest salary I want in the beginning. So this is my order by salary. So exactly first 5 records from this query I need to get. Okay, so now for the same query, I will add first 5 records using row num. So what is that? Where row num less than or equal to 5. So now if you run this, what happened? See, these are not my first 5 records in the descending order. So this is my first 5 records actually. Starts from 5000 and end with 2850. So these are the 5 records I want actually. But when I use row num concept, what happened? Randomly it pulled out the 5 records. So this is not my requirement. So in order to achieve the requirement, so we are going to use the concept called row limiting clause. So how we can write this, I will show you now. So now I am going to write, I want the order by sal descending. Yes, yes. So now I want what from this? I want to, so now I will include the row limiting class. Fetch first 5 rows only. So this is the keyword you are going to write in order to fetch first 5 records from the actual query. So now see, this is my actual query, which is having the order of salary from highest to lowest. So now I want exactly these records. So now by using fetch 5 rows only, exactly that order records I got that 5 records. Clear? So this is called row limiting clause. So what is the row limiting clause? So you are going to write the row limiting clause only after the actual query. So at the end, you are going to write this keyword fetch first 5 rows only. Clear? So now, so this output we cannot achieve by using row num, but it is possible by using row limiting clause. So we can write row limiting clause in many ways. Now for the same data, I want to order by department number and I want to fetch the records. So see, now I am writing one more example. Here I am writing department number order. So now if you run and see, so now I got the highest department records first, followed by the next. Okay, so now I am going to write the first 7 records from the table. So what I need to write? Fetch first numeric 7 you need to write rows only. So this is the keyword you are going to write. So how many records you need, that numeric you are going to see. First 6 are 30 and next the 20. Got it? Here we have one more option. So I am going to write that option. So instead of only, we can write with ties. What this with ties work? With ties keyword. So why we use this with ties keyword is actual query, our query is this is our query. So when you are ordering the data, sometimes so here we have the same department number 20, another 4 records you are having. But when I am fetching first 7, you are exactly getting the first 7. Is it? But how this with ties work is it brings the if the last value of the given number is matching to the next numbers, that records also it brings out. So what with ties will do is it brings ties department records using with ties. That means we can bring the same value records by using with ties. So we can bring same value. So sometimes your requirement will be like this way. You want to get if the last value is same with respect to the next values, that records also I want. So it brings the same value as per the end value. So now see, I want first 5 rows. I am order by department number descending. So now see first 7 rows I am taking. So now instead of getting first 7 rows, actually this is our output. But it also bought the other additional rows. Why? Because your last record is 20. So exactly there is another 4 records with 20. So automatically it brings out that records. We have 10 records, but it did not bring it. The only 20 it bought. Why? Because we wrote an option called with ties. Instead of writing only, we replaced it with types. Got it? So one more example I will show you. For example, I'm writing select star from EMP. Order by salary descending. So this is your data. See here, I want first top 2 records. Okay, so what definitely I need to write? Fetch first 2 rows only. But instead of only, if I write with ties, what happens? So here we got the 3000. The next value is also 3000. So it brings the same value if it is existing to the next value. So now see, so instead of getting top 2 records, we additionally got another record which is of same value to the last value for the given number. That means, so I want top 2. So top 2 are 5000 and 3000. So we have same 3000 for the next record. So that record also it brings by using with ties option. Clear? Clear about with ties? Okay. Now there is one more option in this. I want to ignore few records in the beginning and I want to get the next record. So here we are going to use offset keyword. So how many records you don't want, you offset that records. Okay, for the same example, I will show you this example. Offset. So here, this is our query. Is it? So now I want to get next 5 records. Next 5 records except first 3 records. So I want to ignore the first 3 records in the order and I want the next 5 records. So that is my requirement. How to achieve? So now I said no. So in the row limiting concept, we have the keyword we can use. I want to offset first 3 rows. Offset means it will skip the first 3 rows in the order. And I want see here in the fetch first now you are going to write first fetch next 5 rows only. Clear? So that means what? Here you are writing your order, but you want to ignore first 3 records. So now see if you run it. See, actually in our order we have these records, first 5. But now these first 3 records are removed and you got the first 5, next 5 records. See, that is here shown. Next 5 records. Clear? So that is the concept of offsetting. Offsetting is nothing but indirectly we are skipping the rows. So what is the keyword we have mentioned? Offset. How many rows you want to skip? You need to mention that numeric. So in the same concept, you can also use with ties. So now I am showing you another example, order by department number. So now you are going to get this order. So here also I want to ignore first 3 records, but I want the next 3 records. I want next 3 records. So now if I write instead of getting next 3 records only, 3 rows only, I will write 3 rows with ties. So here I will use with ties after offsetting. So first I want to offset 3 rows and then I want to fetch instead of first here we are writing next 3 rows instead of only with ties. So now see actually if you write only you are going to get first 3 records, but in with ties option it will check with the value which is matching to the next records. It will also pull that records in your output. So that is the advantage of with ties. So here you have seen 4 different ways. Is it? So once we will recap the things in the row limiting what we have seen. So first one what we have seen. First n records, n rows only. So we have seen first 7 rows only. So that means how we wrote the keyword fetch first 7 rows only. So I want to use with ties option. Then what you have written? Instead of only you mentioned with ties. So fetch first 7 rows with ties. Clear? And next one coming to usage of offset. I want to skip first 3 records in the order and I want to fetch next 5 rows. So what is the syntax used? Offset. How many records rows you want to skip? And you are writing the next keyword here instead of first. So fetch next how many records you want after offsetting the given rows. So here fetch first 5 rows only. Clear? And at last in next 3 rows we can also use with ties option as well. So we have seen that option also. So This is about row limiting clause and different ways how we use based on the requirement in Oracle. Clear?